EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for July 28th, 2025. It is Monday, and Kinley's Family Market sponsors the Monday video forecast. Your summer starts at Kinsley's ShopRite. Grill, chill, and repeat. Get your backyard barbecue on with everything you'll need in a one-stop shop. Juicy burgers and sizzling steaks, farm fresh corn and local produce, ice cold beer and great local wines, party platters, desserts, and all the fixings. Kinsley ShopRite is located in Broadheadsville, Monroe County, Pennsylvania, proudly serving their community all summer long and are longtime sponsors of the Monday video forecast. That's 2 weeks in a row now. I messed up the farm fresh part there, but I think you get the idea. Kinsley ShopRite sponsors the Monday video forecast. Today we're back to hot and humid conditions, but it's going to be for a transient period of time. We're going to have to deal with it in the Monday through Wednesday time frame. We have very hot and humid conditions, and this is looking at Tuesday here with the high temperatures. All these grays here are in the 90s, so there's a lot of the area that is going to be back in the 90s today. And if you're not there today, you're definitely going to be in it Tuesday and Wednesday. This is Tuesday. I think the peak heating day actually is going to be Wednesday, with temperatures in the I-95 corridor here, especially getting into the mid to upper 90s. We'll have some readings that will be 96, 97, 98 in a few spots. So there's going to be some of those as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday. Today we're generally the 90 to 95 degree range, as you see above me. Tomorrow, 93 to 98, very similar here on Wednesday. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody gets even higher than that, but that's going to be the exception, not the rule. But we are going to have very humid conditions as well. Dew points returning back into the low to mid 70s. So, the combination of the two is just not a very good outcome for being outdoors for any length of period of time, where it's going to be unbearable, it's going to be oppressive, and it's going to be very sticky. So the good news is this is a Monday through Wednesday deal. We're not dealing with that beyond that. But there is not all sunshine and rainbows, unfortunately. And the reason for that, I'm just going to say mostly sunny, hot, and humid all 3 of the days, the next 3 days in our local forecast. However, we have a northwest flow aloft. Okay, and the direction of where this is coming from out here, if you go way out here, if I would expand this out to a continental view of the entire United States, which includes the southern part of Canada, there's a lot of wildfires up there in central Canada, and there's going to be some smoke that's going to be brought in on this northwesterly flow into our area, and this would actually be near surface smoke that we're going to be dealing with in some cases. So today it's just going to start coming in a little bit, and mostly in central Pennsylvania. You see a little bit over in eastern Pennsylvania, but west central Pennsylvania gets into some of this here on Monday. When we get to Tuesday, it spreads over much of the area here, so a lot of the area is going to be seeing some higher than usual smoke, okay? And you might be able to smell it. This is near surface smoke. This is 8 meters above ground smoke density is what this is looking at here. So there's going to be some smoke around. You might have a little bit of a haze. It may impact temperatures a little bit, maybe take a degree or two off those high temperatures, but the combination of heat, humidity, and the smoke is just not going to be very good for sensitive groups, elderly, small children, people that have problems with asthma, COPD, heart conditions. This is not really good air quality that we're going to be dealing with for the next couple of days. I do think it's just going to be a Monday, Tuesday deal, though. Once we get to Wednesday, the flow turns to the southwest, so it should be a different direction. We'll kick this out of here a little bit. But for the next couple of days, because that northwesterly flow aloft, we're going to get into some of that. And if we do have anything on Wednesday with a southwesterly surface wind flow, if there is any smoke, it will be elevated. It would just be a haze, and it wouldn't be as dangerous as, for those sensitive groups that it would be over the next 2 days, basically, is what I'm getting at. So, but we are looking at mostly sunny skies for the entire period of Monday through Wednesday. Now, late Wednesday, there's going to be a cold front approaching, and the far northern and northwestern areas might get into a late-day thunderstorm. The rest of the region are just going to remain partly cloudy, hot, and humid. This cold front will move through overnight, and it's going to kind of stall to the south here, and the European model is the most aggressive, keeping this front held up a little bit, and that could lead to scattered showers and thunderstorms from late Wednesday night through the day here on Thursday. Where this boundary sets up is critical to the forecast, though, because we have, this is Music Fest week, folks. We have Music Fest starting. Preview night is this Thursday, okay? So hopefully this gets out of here a little faster, but the European model is saying no, it won't. And that will be for the preview night on the south side of the fest. The full fest opens up here on Friday this week and goes for the first 10 days of August. But the preview night is the 31st, and this is the 31st, in fact. the evening of the 31st. So if this gets hung up at all, we could have a little bit of an issue here for the first concert here of the preview night. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But I think this is the most least aggressive model as far as bringing that front through. You look at the GFS; it's a little bit faster with it. The long range NAM is a little bit faster with it. So we'll see how this works out in the week ahead. That's one thing I want to focus on here in the next couple of days. But beyond this, you're going to have some very nice conditions coming in for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not only the fact that it's going to be partly cloudy on Friday, mostly sunny over the weekend. That's good in of itself. But looking at the temperatures here, this is Tuesday, Wednesday. These are temperature anomalies, which is a departure from average. So whatever the average temperature is for your area right now, which is generally between 85 and 88 across the region from northwest to southeast, this is saying they're going to be about 6-7 degrees above average here on Wednesday in that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. But then after that, look what happens. See these blues coming in here? This is below average. This is minus. This is below average of what we should be this time of year. And you're going to have a cool temperature air mass coming in here. Not only cool, but low humidity. It's going to be very nice conditions. And this is well advertised. We talked about this in social media ad nauseum. Talked about this in the videos a couple times last week. This did not go away. So we're looking at temperatures instead of being plus 6-7 degrees above average like they're going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday. You're talking about 6 to 7 degrees below average. Okay, so now we're talking about temperatures on either side of 80. Once we get to the end of the week, some areas might not get out of the 70s in that Friday, Saturday time frame. And then this is just going to slowly moderate up through. It's going to still stay slightly below average up through about the 6th. Here's the morning of the 6th here. Still minus 1.5, minus 2, somewhere around there. Temperature departure. So it's still going to be cooler than average and still lower humidity for at least the first 6 days of August. And then even after that, we're kind of like near just very slightly below average through about the 10th before we start to warm up again. So that has been in our long-range forecast from Friday. If you follow the long-range forecast that I do every single Friday morning, that is our long-range forecast. We have that first week or first 6 days between the 31st and the 6th of August, slightly below average, and then we have near to slightly below average in the 8th through 10th time frame before we start warming up a little bit again. Okay, relative to average, we will warm up again. So if you're a fan of the heat and humidity, that is coming back. We will have that. We're going to give a temporary reprieve here to start August, which is perfect to coincide with Music Fest. You really don't want to walk around Music Fest when it's 100 degrees and heat index of 110. We won't have any of that, I think, this year. It looks pretty good for that, and mostly dry for most of that period. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marters. That is your outlook for July 28th, 2025. Have a great Monday.